What if the unstoppable rental boom of the last 3 years just reversed overnight? For years, landlords dominated the market, raising rents at will, confident that tenants would pay almost anything to keep a roof over their heads. But in 2025, that era is over. The empire of rent is cracking, and for the first time in over a decade, renters have the upper hand. From Texas to Florida, New York to Seattle, apartments are sitting empty, rents are falling, and landlords are scrambling. Entire buildings are offering freebies just to survive. This isn't just a correction, it's a housing market power shift that could define the next decade. Welcome to America's rental collapse. It all started in chaos. When the pandemic hit, millions fled crowded cities. Families chased space, safety, and sunshine. Cities like Austin, Miami, Phoenix, and Boise became migration magnets, promising a better life and cheaper rents. Developers built non-stop. Investors bought everything with a roof. The Airbnb gold rush made even part-time landlords feel invincible. From 2020 to 2023, rents soared. Some cities saw spikes of 40% to 60%, the fastest in modern U.S. history. But here's the thing about every boom. It creates a bubble. And bubbles always burst. By late 2024, cracks were everywhere. Consumers were tapped out. Wages weren't keeping up. And the American rental dream began to look more like a trap. Then, the flip happened. Developers had built for eternal growth. Thousands of new apartment units, luxury high-rises, and short-term rentals flooded the market. But the tenants never came. By early 2025, vacancy rates hit record highs. In Austin and Dallas, brand-new towers sat half-empty. In Phoenix, landlords offered 3 months free, waived deposits, even concert tickets. In Atlanta, leasing offices became ghost towns. What went wrong? The demand was overestimated. The affordability crisis was underestimated. Tech layoffs, migration slowdowns, burned-out boomers moving back home. The market was built for renters that no longer existed. Here's where the pain is hitting hardest. Austin, Texas, the poster child for overbuilding. Rents down 14%, developers in debt, oversupply everywhere. Miami, Florida, once a billionaire's playground, now a cautionary tale. Rents down 11%, insurance costs tripled, vacancies rising. Las Vegas, Nevada, the boomtown bust, rents dropping 10%, whole neighborhoods sitting half-empty. Seattle, Washington, tech layoffs crippled demand. Free rent can't fill luxury towers. New York City, even the giant is bleeding. Manhattan rents down 12%. Landlords throwing in incentives just to stay afloat. For the first time, the pillars of the rental economy are shaking. Landlords used to brag about passive income. Now, many are learning the hard truth. When rents drop, debt doesn't. Those who bought at the peak, 2020 to 2023, are underwater. Refinancing at today's rates? Nearly impossible. Insurance premiums, property taxes, and HOA fees are squeezing every margin. Some landlords are walking away. Others are selling at a loss. Even institutional investors are pulling back fast. In places like Boise, Tampa, and Charlotte, we're seeing fire sales of newly built properties. This isn't a blip, it's a breakdown. For renters, it's finally a breath of fresh air. Tenants are negotiating again and winning. Lower rents, free months, flexible lease terms, perks like gym memberships, parking, even cash rebates. Some are even walking away mid-lease, knowing better deals are just down the street. And landlords who once ignored tenant complaints? They're now begging for renewals. For long-squeezed tenants, especially those over 50, this is justice. Years of corporate landlords squeezing profits out of basic shelter are now coming full circle. This isn't just about money, it's about dignity. But hold up, the collapse has a dark side too. Developers are pausing or canceling new projects. Small landlords are defaulting. Insurance companies are pulling out of risk-prone states like Florida and California. This could cause a new kind of housing crunch. Less supply, just as the economy recovers, means we could see a rental spike all over again. And while individual landlords are hurting, guess who's ready to pounce? Wall Street, hedge funds, and private equity are circling, ready to scoop up distressed buildings in bulk. The more they own, the less power renters have. Something bigger is brewing. People are asking a question we haven't dared ask in decades. What if the housing system is broken by design? Buying feels impossible, renting feels unstable. Co-living, long-term Airbnb stays, and nomadic lifestyles are becoming mainstream. The American dream of home ownership? It's fading and being replaced by a new kind of housing reality, one where people chase flexibility over permanence, control over status, affordability over vanity. Where does this all lead? Economists expect rents to keep falling into late 2025, then flatten out. But don't mistake that for normal. Affordable housing is still scarce. Construction has slowed to a crawl. Insurance and tax costs are out of control. The new normal may be unpredictable, volatile, and fragmented. For renters, it's a chance to reset, to breathe. For landlords, it's a hard reset and a warning shot. Because in real estate, one rule always holds. What goes up must come down. Across the U.S., a quiet revolution is unfolding. The rent kings are falling and tenants are rising. But this isn't just about falling prices. It's about rebalancing power. After years of unchecked greed, the scales are shifting. The question is, how long will it last? Because in markets like these, nothing stays steady for long. So pay attention to your lease, your landlord, and your local market. The next chapter of America's rental story is being written right now, and when the dust settles, only one thing will matter. Did you adapt in time? If this breakdown helped you understand what's really happening in the U.S. rental market, subscribe, drop a comment with what rents are doing in your city, and share this with someone still overpaying. Because what's happening in 2025 isn't just a correction, it's a turning point, and we're all standing in it together.